Hi guys, it's me Karen, and I've come to do a little coloring today. I'm going to do it with my Inktense. This is a picture that I got from a coloring group I belong to, and it is Laura Rafferty's coloring group. It's called Color with Laura Rafferty, and she has graciously given us a free downloadable coloring to do. Along with the color along that she had done, but I did not get to watch that, so I'm going to go ahead and do this on my own. It's two cute, adorable little bunny rabbits and two little robins up here with a heart in twigs, and there's a couple of snowflakes here, and they are in a little pile of snow. You can get this as a light gray version or a dark line version. This one is the dark line version. I've printed this on watercolor paper, and I will show you the paper pad that I got. It's just a watercolor Strathmore paper, and obviously this is like huge. I mean, this is a 9 by 12, and in order for me to print it, all I did was cut it down to an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, put it through my printer, and printed it in, I believe grayscale is what I did. And then I did take a pencil and gave the bunny a little leg to sit on over here. This is not in the original. And I also gave him an extra ear, which is not in the original. So I'm going to go ahead and color this with my Inktense. And I had done a picture with some critters in it, and I didn't show anybody how I did them because it was in the and I can't pronounce that book, this one here. And I had done the let's see where we got these little critters down here, the gazelles or antelope, whatever you want to call them, a little foxy birds and stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and do some little critters here and the woodwork and stuff. I may or may not leave these snowflakes in, I don't know, but we are going to get down a little closer, and we are going to start on a bunny rabbit. They are cute, aren't they? So I'm going to go ahead and I'll probably start with this little guy over here, and we're going to go in with the Inktense, and this one is the dark chocolate. And anywhere that we want a little darkness on him, under his chin, around the leg I made, and kind of in the area that is going to be the darkest here. We're going to add some, and then up on his ear, going upward. Now this is my first time using the Inktense on watercolor paper, but I thought I would give it a try. I got a little nose here, and I want to kind of give him a little darkness around his eye. And then they're going to have little puffy cheeks, so I kind of want to get the look of a puffy cheek here. Most of the detail work I will be doing with, sorry about the cars outside, either using the Inktense on a pad. When I was doing the video the other day, I bought these at the dollar store. Not this size, of course. I cut this down. They're cooking sheets where you cut vegetables on. They're really kind of thin, but they are plastic. They have a rough side and a very smooth side. And I cut a couple of the excess pieces into little pellets. So I will try to use those. So we're just going to attempt here to activate this and see how this works. I just want one side of this ear lighter. Oh, sorry. I need to get my little sponge here. And there we go. And bring some of that down. And on his eye. I'm going to keep that in that area. And then bring it out. Just in around his nosy. And around his cheek. Kind of bring that out. And then down under his chin a bit. Down his leg here. And down and around here. So kind of our shadowy areas. There we go. That's a start. Then we'll work on the other bunny over here, and we're going to do her a little lighter. I might even do her in some gray. Let's see what I got here. A neutral gray. I don't know what color that is. Sheet of paper and test out the color. That's pretty black. I was thinking soft gray, so maybe we will not do a soft gray because I don't want to do it in white. Just do her in a tan color. So we'll do the same thing and put in where I want the shadowy areas. Her eye, her nose, a little puffy, and she's going to have fluff all over the place, so we'll start with that. This is more yellow than I thought, but that's okay. Okay, and then we'll go back in after it dries and give it some more shading. I'm going to add a little bit Move that pencil out of the way so I don't use it again. Well, I can't put that in there. I'll use a little more of the dark chocolate on his back here. Get a little color going here. Down around here some too. I only dabble in watercolor, so if this turns out, that'll be great. There we go. And like I said, base coat, and then we're going to go in with pencil on this. And so we'll go in with a little saddle brown on this color. Okay. Cute little bunnies. Okay, just gonna add a little bit more water on here. I'm gonna kind of try to leave her a white chest. Lighter chest, how's that? Okay, now we're going to take some of the, I don't know if you can see this, I'm just going to color on the rough side of this, and this is the dark chocolate, and I'm just going to take a little of that up and add it where I want some shadow, a little darker areas. Sorry, I'm not very talkative here. Like I said, it's not something I usually do is watercolor. But I thought I'd give it a try. Hope everybody's doing well. I know there's a big snow falling down in some areas. Some of you are really cold. Sorry about that. Hope you're staying safe. Darken up his ear up here a little. Okay. I think that's good enough for that. Okay, so we're back. They are dry, and I'm going to go ahead add a tiny bit more shading to the little one here because I didn't get her ear terribly colorful. So I'm just going to add some color into that. And this is the tan. Just kind of leave it down in this area. There we go. There. And then on the little thingy here, I put in a little of the saddle brown, and this is the chocolate. And I'm going to mix those two up a little bit and just get in a little extra coloring in here. Just because I thought she needed a little more color. And there we go. Now we're going to do the little birdies up on the top. And as I recall, they are robins. So what I'm going to do is type that into my computer. Robins. Oh, birds. I don't know what else I'm going to come up with if I don't put in the bird part. And images, and we'll get a female and a male. I believe the males have got the red chest. I'm not sure about the females, so I'll have to... Okay, they have spotted chests. So we need a reddish, orangish color. And tangerine is not going to be it. Put a side piece over here, and we're going to scribble on it until we come up with the right color. This is a burnt orange, and that's pretty bright, but that might work. And then we'll get the dark gray I had out here because they have black, and that dark gray was pretty dark. So we'll use that one, and a little bit of a brown, so we will use the saddle brown for that. And then the female has got more browns than blacks in her, and she's lighter in the chest. So we'll just add more water to it. So all we have to do is pick which bird we want to have as the male and which one the female. So we have a little female bunny on this side, male bunny on this side. I'm going to make him a male and her a female. So we're going to go ahead and do his chest feathers in the burnt orange color. And she gets just a little tiny bit of it. And then we will give him the darker gray on the top. And down his wing. And his tail. Her tail is dark, so we can add that in her tail. Her wing is a little dark, but lighter than his. And she has more brown on her head, so we'll add in some of the saddle brown in areas for her. And some on his back for lights. And we'll see how that works out. Okay. So a nice red chest for him. And then the dark in his wings. And his tail. And we'll let that dry. Give her her brown on the top. We have a branch there, and then her tail. And then her chest, which is spotty, so. And there we go. It's just a base of color there. We'll do more with pencil. Okay, now the twig that comes around. We're going to do that in lots of different colors of browns. So we have saddle brown, we have the dark chocolate, we have the tan, we have, what is this one? Amber, and well, we'll see what we got with these couple here. So we know that the chocolate is the dark colors, so we'll add it kind of in the dark areas and kind of where the branches meet, maybe in the cricks, and just kind of pick and choose. Then we'll take another color in. This is the tan. It's going to be a little more yellow. So we're going to add that in here and there. Then we will add in the amber down here, up here. And then we'll add in some of the saddle brown, which is kind of a neutral, just around in some areas too. Boom. And then we'll just take the water and combine them. And so I like doing branches this way because you get all the different colors blended when you use the water. And remember, this is just the way I do it. There's probably a better way. Then I'll just blend it in and out on the sides. Okay, then we'll do the same thing coming down this way. We'll put some of the dark in some areas here. Then we'll go with another color. It doesn't really matter what color, you're just going to add them all in here. Okay. Alright, then we'll just go and add the water again. And then if you want to, you can always get it darker by going over it again after it dries. And I'm just going to blend that one up until we get to that side. The areas I'm leaving white are supposed to be snow, so add a little more of the darkness under here. And I'm just using that off the little palette I made. Cool. Okay. And we're just going to go around and do that all the way around. You don't need to watch me do that. And what I'll do, I'll finish the little woodworking and come back with pencils. I know I said that last time, but I wanted to show you how I was going to do this part. So I will be back. Okay, so this is how they look. It's all dry and the woodwork is all finished here. And the video is getting kind of long, but I'm just going to do a little bit of touch-up around the bunny winnie. Sorry, bunny. And I'm going to attempt to use the Polychromos. I kind of used them in the book I was using or coloring in, so I'm going to see how this goes. We're going to use some Walnut Brown 9201, Caput Mortuum 9201. Oh, okay, they got different numbers. I'm sorry. So the Walnut Brown is 177, the other one 169. Then we'll try some raw Umber, which is 180, and some burnt Siena, which is 283. And we're just going to add some shading in and fur. So if I can figure out which one's the lightest color, I will go in with that first. And we're going to work on the little guy bunny over here and add in some fur strokes. He's got fur coming up this way and fur going this way. And we're just going to add some in. And the little leg I put in, and put some fur on him. His leg. So just kind of going over the lines that were already drawn in, and then just adding a few of our own. I keep turning the pencil just so I have a sharper point on it to help with the fur. Okay, I'm going to put in a few colors here, so just wanted to go in with the lightest color, and then we can go in and darken it up. I can also add a little fur on her too. Kind of make her little chest stand out a little bit more because we want it fluffy. Anyway, we're going to be doing this and just adding in the fur line. We'll go in with a different color. This one is the Walnut Brown, and probably work a little better on him. Sorry about all the traffic noises you're hearing outside. It's getting late in the day. Everybody's coming home from work. I don't know if I've explained that before. We live on top of a hill. And in order to get to the top of the hill, there's only two paths. So we have our road out front, the main road going up on this side, and then we have the back of the hill. So when people come home, they have to pick their road. And that's why I get traffic during the time. Just remembering to turn the pencil around and get his fur going in all sorts of directions here. And the only key to this is trying to keep the fur going like if you were petting a rabbit in that direction. And we are going to use lots of colors, so each stroke is just a little bit different. I mean, we're using the same pressure, but give you a lot of dimension there. And if we want our bunny fluffier, we just add more lines coming outward. And just give him a little more fur. Fluff him up a little bit. Add some of this for her too. This is the burnt sienna. So it's a little tedious, but it turns out really good with all the little hair on it. I'll leave this just kind of white, so I'll just bring some of this hair up. So up and then down. The ears, you want to bring the fur up into the ear. And down our back, and then switch to another color. This one is the Caput Mortuum. It matches his color really well. So instead of having you watch this forever, just putting in the different colors here, I'm going to go ahead and stop the video now and do a part 2 after the noise quiets down a little bit. We'll add a little of this dark on her too. Just a little bit in her darkest areas. Anyway, so what I'll do is I'll come back after I get them all colored up in part 2, and then we'll do the birds, and then we will figure out a background. So thank you guys for watching. Sorry I have to cut this short, but I do have to start our dinner. So I hope you enjoyed watching. Take care, everybody. If you like these kind of videos, subscribe, hit the bell if you want notifications, and hit the thumbs up. Thanks for watching, guys. Talk to you later. Bye now.